Okay, welcome back. So, part 2 of our garden tour. We're gonna go up the side of the garage and then to the backyard. So here's another fairy garden there. And we're coming through. The dogs spilled the dog food. But look at this. So this area has got some beautiful hostas. That one to the left is Sum and Substance. I don't remember the blue one in the middle. But this big fern on the right came from my friend Deb Pye's farm in Charlottesville, her new farm. We went down, I taught a clinic there last year. And after the clinic was over, we walked down in her woods and dug up some ferns. Dug up 2 big ferns, and that's one of them. The other one is to the right. I do not know why the other one keeps breaking off. I'm assuming it has to do with the dogs. But I'm not going to move it because I don't want this big, beautiful one on the right to break. Behind that is, I'm sort of cheating, that is an elephant ear, actually an alocasia because it's looking up, that I got in Florida a couple years ago, and it overwinters in our garage. But this is the spot down here on the ground. You'll see a couple little green stalks. Those are our giant elephant ears, and they're going to come out here soon. All this art is Leoma Lovegrove from Southwest Florida. All right, so we're going to come around the corner. Now, I love this. I'll see if I can get it in the shot. These 2 coral bark Japanese maples have grown into this beautiful arch that kind of frames the view to the pool. And they came from my friend Kathy from Rock Hill, and I just love them. Love them, love them. All right, so we've got peach trees with gazillions of little peaches on them, patio peach trees. So here in front of our foxes, I did some more containers with multiple succulents, and our first agapanthus of the year is blooming. Can you believe that? I overwintered the agapanthus in the garage. So if we just kind of scan around, you'll see how we're just getting stuff started. These pots just got their plants this week. So there's some bougainvillea that overwinters in the garage. Mandibula that grows up these steps. Kinsley's Ghost honeysuckle. I'm trying it this year. But I had to redo my pots right here because some rodents got in there and chewed underneath my plants. But these new pots have got a fairy garden theme. I won't go through them one by one. We'll need to do a separate fairy garden tour. But just goes along with the rest of our fairy garden stuff. And here we go. This is how everything has leafed out. This is a Rising Sun Japanese maple, and it has the neatest different colored leaves. I love it. It's growing in an awkward shape, but that's okay. We've got 2 different lilacs over here, a bloomerang lilac, which is the little one, and a traditional lilac, which is the big one, and they have been blooming like crazy already. The wisteria on our cattle panel arch is just now starting to bloom. I love it. And then kind of coming down here in the bed, that bright gold is rainbow euphorbia, but here we've got some more of that white iris. This bed on this side, it has got peonies here in the front, and some penstemon with the peonies. And then this is the famous coneflower bed. So that's gonna fill out with coneflowers. This winter, Freddie and I worked hard on creating new garden paths because you couldn't walk anywhere around here. So these are some of our new paths. And to do the paths, we lifted all of the daylilies out of this side and over on the other side and made the path and then put the daylilies back in. And they seem like they have rebounded well. We kept some iris in here so you can see the iris blooming. It's wonderful. And this is this bed now. The baby coneflowers. Back there I've got some heuchera and stuff. It's going well. Over in this area, oh, I love this area. I've got a big weeping cherry tree. And boy, has that thing grown. That thing is a monster now. It's only been there a couple years, 3 years maybe. And in front of it, I'm gonna step up. We've got some strawberry hydrangeas. Somebody would have to tell me the rest of the name. I've got a big Grand Cascade, purple Grand Cascade butterfly bush behind the chair. There's a ton of purple iris there on the right. Peonies all budded up behind it. And then on the ground here, we've got that lighter lavender is creeping phlox. And then the pink is hardy geranium. Not sure if that's Roxanne. I'm not sure which one that is, but it's like a pinky purple color. I love it. And that stuff is tough because this winter, Freddie and the kids, it was like gone and I was really scared, but it's coming back. All right, so I'm gonna try to back up so you can see. We took out our Sugar Shack button bushes along this side because they were dwarfing my beautiful serpentine Atlas cedar. So to kind of take up that space, I got these two arbors. I need to remember what company I got them from, but they're heavy and nice. And in front of them, there's some of the new Proven Winners camellias. They're like light pink. I forget what the name of them are, but they're camellias. So those camellias should grow up big and have a really nice evergreen dark backdrop. But since they were babies, it just looks so white there. So I thought those trellises would really look nice. And I also put in some spilled wine Weigela, and one of them got sort of annihilated in the garden cleanup this fall, but it is coming back. The other one is blooming. This is supposed to be, I ordered it from Proven Winners. It is supposed to be a reblooming Weigela with dark colored leaves. So I'm excited about that. Of course, we've got some more hardy geranium in front of it. But this is all really filling in. I also did a bunch of glass stuff over the winter. So these were tea lights that I got on eBay. I glued copper, like a little copper fitting to the back, and stuck them on top of rebar. So I'd have some color, and I really like those. So in just a short time, we're gonna have some mega amount of peonies in here. So I'm gonna roll around some crepe myrtles. And we're gonna go do this side real quick. So we've got a yellow peony there about to start blooming. I got these neat little rusty metal things. I think they came from England. They were on Etsy. They take a while to come, but I really like them. And over here, you know me, I'm so sentimental. Look at these two hostas. Now I realize they're not very exciting looking hostas, but my dad passed away a couple years ago, and my stepmother Nancy was living in the house, and then she decided the house was just too big, so she sold the house and moved. And oh gosh, when I was a teenager, they had gotten the backyard re-landscaped, like really nice, like professionally done. And they put in these hostas. Well, those hostas were so beautiful, and I was so impressed, and they were like a gazillion. They had spread like crazy back there. Well, a year or two ago, the tree that shaded the entire backyard had to be taken down, so now it's like blazing sun. And so when Nancy was selling the house, I was like, oh my gosh, I need some of those hostas, because I knew the hostas are going to die anyway from the too hot sun. So there are some of those hostas. I'm so happy that we have them. And I got 2 little sticks and brought them home, and they have spread like wildfire. They've really grown. So here's the view through here. Got more iris about to bloom. This is Spirea, double play doozy. And we'll come here to the first of these brand new beds that go around our posts that hold up the lighting back here. We just put these in this winter, and I love them. So I put in bubblegum, Super Petunia Vista bubblegum. We have a wave white petunia. We've got some variegated ivy. We've got some Superbena. We've got some Gomphrena. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I think it looks really cool. So happy. I guess I could go around this way. There is our coral bark Japanese maple. That thing has gotten huge. Freddie and I, in moving and building the paths, we divided up this lily and chopped it into a couple pieces and put it over here. We just put that celosia around it. I got a new official arbor, like a real arbor, to go over this, because when we have our garden tours, the passion flower has not grown in yet. So I thought this would look a lot nicer. I got it at S&K. I think it came originally from Plow and Hearth. So coming in here, it's a bluebird bath I got on one of my last trips to Punta Gorda with my dad. Our smoke bush is just starting to make its smoke. I think that's a little lime punch underneath it. Coming around the corner, we've got a firelight hydrangea getting ready to bloom, and I just love this. This is a dogwood, but it's yellow twigs. It's bright yellow twigs in the winter, and then this variegation in the summer. Isn't that pretty? So I love that. That's a Bobo hydrangea. There are a bunch of stuff coming on. I just got this. Oh, what are the peonies is blooming? I just got that Encore Azalea because it has multiple colors in it. It's hard to see from right there, but it does. One of Tommy's Aunt Charlotte's iris by way of his dad. We have a ton of those that are getting ready to bloom. I've moved that plant so it's easier to water when I'm gone. Gotta come over here and see this peony. Ah, yes. So that is Bowl of Beauty. Ah, I love it. That's my favorite peony of all. And look at how the color echo is on this Encore Azalea. See how that Encore Azalea has multiple colors in it? I don't know why it's like that, but I thought it was beautiful. So we have more peonies about to bloom. So I did this year. I thought that was pretty. It gave something for that wall. We've added some palms in our pots. They're, I'm trying to think, well, they're the kind of palms that are hardy. Some new garden glass that we've just added. I need to organize it a bit more. But you know me, I love my Chihuly style stuff. It's still not focusing well, but that's okay. Some more iris starting to bloom. Here's the second of the 3 pots. Loropetalum looking great. Another strawberry hydrangea. That's where our horse goes. I've got to repaint it. We have some, I think, cat's meow nepeta there, catnip, growing up inside that peony. And see our new path where we can get through there. So here are all our iris. These are all fairy gardens. Our daylilies are going to be spot on. The dwarf weeping cherry did great this year. Going to keep coming around. More peonies up there about to bloom. Another of our pots. You can see everything is really starting to come out. This pot, well, I've got, those are more Goldilocks there. This water trough, although I realize I have little pots in here so they get watered, it has got dahlias planted in it. See those dahlias coming up there on the corner? And last year I plunked all of our dahlias in here because I was having a heck of a time keeping them watered. And they did awesome. And I got this bed to use to stake them. And it is just awesome. I stuck some pansies in here when I got done with them, when I was pulling them out, just to give a little color. But I'm excited to see the dahlias there. But I'll just let you look around. That's so pretty. So one of our big recent projects is to put a roof on the pergola. So our pergola now has a roof. Roof courtesy of the roof that was supposed to go on the house that came the wrong color. We thought we had bought a navy blue roof last spring, but instead it came and it was like a cornflower blue. And when they put it on, started putting it on the house, Tommy went crazy. Said, I cannot live in a Smurf house. We had that same cornflower blue roof on our old house at the old farm, but the house was white, the barn was the same color blue. I thought when I picked out the color it was navy, but it was not. So we ended up having to order all new metal, which they charged us again for the metal because they said they'd had to cut it. So now we have a whole house of blue metal, and the metal roof on the house now is black. So this is a project. This is my first project we're doing with the metal. We've got the blue roof on the pergola. The bottom side of it is white. It's just awesome. It really upgrades the space. And look at that wisteria. Is that not amazing? So we switched the furniture around. I took the furniture that was under here that was brown, put the couch on the porch, put the chairs over there by the garage, and we took the furniture out of the circle area where we were just looking at the dogwood and put it over here. Now we've got special pillows coming for this couch. That's why it's not on there. And this has really come around. I bought this rug for the camper and didn't love it for the camper, and it came as a 2-pack. So, but I do love it down here under this pergola. It really brightens it up. Now the plants under here are doing so great. Can you believe that? That's the best these plants have ever done. Because in the spring, the plants usually get sunburned because I don't put up the shade sail fast enough. But this year, we've got a roof, and now the plants are feeling so much better. We also added a few things to our wall back here, some Jimmy Buffett quotes and some more color. We've still got our same little parrot, which is a hand-carved wood parrot from Brazil. It was a lot tinier than I expected when we ordered it, but that's okay too. He's turned out to be perfect. I love it. So you can see some of our art. You'll have to come over so you can read it all, but it's just fun. There are more of our Scott Reed windows. I love them. Stop, Speck, stop. And I have got to show this. That little guy, that little guy was on my dad and Nancy's porch in Florida when Hurricane, I forget which one it was. There was a terrible hurricane that came through South Florida and annihilated things. And they had a huge storm surge that came into the house. A bunch of stuff had to get ripped out and done. Well, this gecko was on their back porch, and when everything got fixed, Nancy brought that to me and gave that to me so that it could go on in our area, and I love it. I just got it put up there. We have more pots made out of, more birdhouses made out of teapots. I love it. So everything is looking so good here. Here are all the plants to get watered. And all of our succulents and plants here. I just love having this plant wall here. It's just so fun. All right. So I'm sorry the dogs are annoying when they bark like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is walk back here so that you can see these azaleas blooming. So that's our kennel. It's empty. And this water tank has got Encore azaleas. I think they're carnations. A Carolina Sweetheart redbud. But these Encore azaleas are so amazing. They bloom heavily 3 times a year. So we love them. So I guess we're getting to the end here of our garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and if the dog barking put you off, I'm sorry. But if nothing else, it gives me a chance to be able to look back and see what we've got growing at certain times. Our blueberries are looking good. So I hope you are enjoying this beautiful day, and we'll talk to you soon.